Okay. What's your name, sir?
Jalen T.O.L.
Jalen T.O.L.?
Yes.
Toll?
Yes, sir.
Jalen Toll is from Toledo, Ohio, and he has something to say about his hometown.
I feel like Toledo is incredibly average all the time.
Now, before you start yelling at your screen, hear me out. Whether or not you agree with Jalen's take, we can't overlook the fact that he's incredibly open about how unimpressed he is with the city he lives in. And Jalen's far from the only Toledoan who feels this way.
We have a self-esteem problem in this region, which is like, we think we don't deserve better, right?
I have big goals to do big things in dance, and I felt like no one in Toledo could get me there.
The version of me staying in the Midwest, I think it would have just ended in like, I feel like I'm not reaching far enough.
I was always the kid that said, I'm getting out of Toledo as fast as possible. I'm never coming back.
When I lived in Toledo, was such a champion for Toledo. So I almost feel like a fraud that I moved.
There goes another brilliant person that could be contributing to this environment.
I'm Dea Kukeli.
And I'm Yannick Schaller, and this is Brain Drain, a brand new Midstory podcast that looks at an average American city through the eyes of the people who've left it behind. The decision to move away from home is often difficult and charged with deep and complicated emotions, and people have a wide range of motivations for leaving. But they all stem from the same central question. When is home no longer enough? The answer to this question has led over 100,000 people away from Toledo in the last 5 decades, and still looms over this post-industrial city that is searching for itself. But even after decades of departures, this community is still full of people who refuse to count Toledo out.
If the reason that you're leaving Toledo is because you don't think there's enough opportunity here for you, then you are not looking.
Come back home and look at the community with fresh eyes. Sometimes you can see the things that you didn't see before.
There are people who love where they're at and don't want to leave. They just need the opportunity to show off what they can actually really do.
And I think that there comes a point in sort of everyone's life where they realize the cavalry is not coming, that you are it.
This story begins in Toledo, but it doesn't end here. Communities across the Rust Belt and across the country are grappling with these same issues. So we're after a bigger narrative, one that explores what a place represents to the people who live in it and the people who leave it behind, and one that, we hope, will transform the way we think about the future of all American cities. Tune in to episode 1 of Brain Drain on midstory.org, WGTE, or wherever you get your podcasts.